Oh, there you are.
Where have you been?
I've been here. Where have you been?
I thought you were right behind me. You left me in that cellar.
Sorry. I had to take care of some business.
Oh, well. Welcome back to another episode of An Evening With. This bloke that left me in the cellar is Travis. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I've been better.
Tonight's episode is the soundtrack of our lives. This is the music that helped shape us and made us pretty much who we are today. But first, I'd like to start off by thanking each and every one of you for the time that you've spent with us, watching and listening to the stuff that we've put out. It truly means a lot to us.
Yes, I concur. This has been a dream of ours for now 5.5, 6 years now, and we're finally getting everything together to have this thing made. And it's all because of the viewers out there who help us get this through. I mean, we really do appreciate everyone that looks at this and listens to our podcasts and everything. This is for the fans. I mean, we're just doing this to have fun, but it's the fans that actually make this worth doing.
Right.
And thank you again. So,
Yes.
tonight's episode is from you. This was your idea.
Yes. Me being the music fan that I am, music has really helped me through a lot of hard times, and it helps out with the happy times as well. It's funny how when you listen to a song, it'll take you back to a certain point of your life. Whether it be a happy time, and then you remember, the moment, that it took place.
Exactly what you're talking about, brother.
Or it could take you back to a sadder time of your life, and then you remember where you came out of and what you've conquered.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, right now I'm just going to go ahead and dedicate this video to the memory of my mother and father, Rhonda and Roger McClanahan. And since you brought up the music, I want to say that I have a song that is near and dear to my heart that Dad and I used to listen to when I was a child. It was the song. It was Vern Gosdin, The Voice. It was Set 'Em Up Joe. We would sing that song every time it come on the radio. I mean, we'd be driving anywhere and the song would come on.
Right?
It was great.
I don't think I've ever heard that song.
Seriously?
No.
Set 'Em Up Joe, play Walking the Floor. You've never...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I remember that now.
Well, see, I'm like that sometimes. I'll know the songs, but I won't know exactly the title. Or,
Right.
if I know the title, I don't know who sings them.
Right.
Vice versa, stuff like that. But that song was our song. It was mine and Dad's song.
That's awesome. It's a great memory.
Yes, it is. Yes.
So, I would like to thank the 90s
Oh,
for...
if you've seen our videos, you know what we're doing here. Whew.
Big fan of the 90s. A little bit of background about myself. I was kind of a sheltered child. And the early to mid 90s was my breakout, my sort of rebellion, as you would say.
Oh, I never had that period.
I'm still going through it.
I think I may hit it.
Yes.
Well, you got your wallet, man.
Nothing.
Me either.
But one of the songs that really got me into the grunge scene was "Hate to Feel" by Alice in Chains. I heard it, and the guitars, the harmonies of the guitars and the vocals, it was chilling, and I had to have more of that. I dove deeper into that, and it was my friend that lived up the street. He was always having the all the cool music, and I got stuck with like the crap.
That's the way I felt sometimes. The neighbors or your friends would have, oh, can I get that? Or, make me a copy of that on tape.
Yeah,
Or listen to the radio, and every time it comes on, push record. Yeah.
Some of you will not understand the joys of this.
Oh, that was fun. And then you just got to try to get it right on tape, and then the DJ would keep talking. Huey Lewis would come on. It's all right. Have a good time. And stay tuned for... No!
That was the best part of the song.
No, the beginning.
All right. What are some of the songs that have really influenced you and pulled you out of your dark times or your songs of the happy times?
Well, since we're on dark times first, you mentioned that first. Just going to go ahead and say there was a time where my mother was having some problems. I'd lost my grandmother, and my mother was having some problems dealing with it. And she could not get anything happy. There was nothing happy. Mm-hmm. Not even her family could get her out of this. It was a depressive phase. And there was one song, just one song that I played that made her feel comfortable.
What's that?
It was We All Need More Kindness in This World by Guy Davis. He's a blues singer of all people. Yeah, but he sang that song, and it's just a simple little song, and it is one of the best songs I've ever heard simply because it helped my mother get well.
Right.
I mean, eventually she passed away, but that was from something totally different. She got out of her depression, and this song helped her. I will always believe that God worked through that song and helped her get through that. And the doctors, and of course. But she got over that.
Right, that's awesome.
That is one of the best songs I'll ever hear. So that's my great memory of a bad time.
Right.
And then my good memory, when I was a child, I loved the California Raisins.
Oh.
Heard it through the grapevine, baby. Woo!
Love those commercials.
It was a commercial?
Yeah.
I'm joking. I had the little toy raisins. I had the stuffed animal raisins. I had the stuffed prunes. I was a raisin fanatic. I don't even like raisins. Well, I do now.
They taste horrible.
I was a child. I'm still a child. I'm a man-child.
Yes, you are.
Anyway, but California Raisins, that was a good one. Mm-hmm. They were Motown.
I remember my brother, who is 11 years older than I am, and I'm 30. Sorry, Chad, if you're watching. I was introduced to rock. To rock and roll as a child. Some of his cassette tapes, that he had recorded from the radio. I remember Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood.
Oh,
that was one of the coolest cassettes I have ever inherited.
That hurts to even hear that. It's one of the cassettes I had.
Yeah.
Well, I had a Quiet Riot record album. Metal Health.
Yes.
Record now, vinyl. Still the best sound. You can't beat it. People say digital, but I'm like, no, I want to hear the...
Yeah, the white noise and the popping.
Yeah, that's the way it sounded when they recorded it. That is still the best sound.
Yes.
That's right.
That's why I'm a big Johnny Cash fan. Hank Williams, the Man in Black.
May his soul rest in peace.
Yes. It's just the purest form,
Mm. Yeah, and he's had some creepy songs too. When the Man Comes Around, that's it.
Apocalyptic song.
Ooh, Dawn of the Dead, people. That's all I have to say.
The remake, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. they're both great.
Well, what was the very first rock album that you ever purchased?
The Dumb and Dumber soundtrack.
That's interesting.
It's not a lie. I love that album to this day. I am very proud of the fact there is not one scratch on the bottom of that CD.
And you were old.
Anyway.
The very first album, well, not album, CD.
Yeah, album. That's what we are supposed to call them because, oh, did you get a new CD? What's a CD? Here's my 8-track.
Here's my phone. I've got them on iTunes.
What? Here, let me pull out my old cell phone. Hello? Yes?
The very first album that I purchased was 9 Lives by Aerosmith.
Good album.
Yes, very, very good. The whole album from beginning to end was just phenomenal.
Oh, well, it's Aerosmith.
Yes.
The Demon of Screaming, man.
He was, the whole album is what I thought was kind of an experimental phase for him. And
it was your first rock album and
yes.
You thought it was experimental?
Well,
I love the way your mind works, man.
Yeah.
You're like out there.
Yeah, I mean, when you go from the album Pump to, all the way up to 9 Lives, it's a totally different sound.
Well, yeah, back when they did Dream On,
yeah.
He sounds different then than he does now. It's like he's broken his throat.
Oh, you cannot break that throat. That is a golden throat.
It may be, but man alive, he looks like a female.
Dude looks like a lady. I've always had a crush on him.
Why didn't I think of that joke? What? I'm falling apart here, man.
Yes, you are.
Well, Pump had a cool album cover.
Yeah.
Ain't no bum cover. That's an album cover. A little Saturday Night Live levity for you there, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, what?
Lost that one, didn't we?
Well, okay. Well, let me go ahead and throw this out there. Okay. I had a crush on a chick at school from 4th grade on, and yes, you're on my friends list on Facebook. I'm not going to give out names because I know you know who you are, and I know the people that know me know who you are. But there was a song that I played over and over and over, and I don't even like country music that well. Like old country, I like it. Was John Michael Montgomery's "Life's a Dance."
That is a great song.
It is a great song. That is exactly who I was, It was like I was trying to get oil from a water spout, trying to talk to this girl. And she's married with children now, has a great life, from what I gather, and seems to be doing well. I'm happy for her and the family. Seem to have a beautiful family. I'm still living at home.
Well, I'd hope you were living at home, as opposed to under a bridge.
At this point, it might be the best option. But no, seriously, that song, I played it over and over and over. And I still can't remember the lyrics.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad.
Man.
But that's a good memory. It was just, when I heard it, I felt like I was somebody.
Mm-hmm. I remember my very first kiss. This is going way back, sorry.
Way back?
Well, no, yeah, well.
I was in my 20s. Anyway, what?
Anyway, every time I hear this song, I'm taken back to this, to this place in time. The song is "How's It Gonna Be" by Third Eye Blind.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
I
mean, I'm sure I have, but I can't place the song.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am happily married. I was a teenager.
We all were at one point.
Yes. I think some of us skipped the teenage years and went straight to adulthood. But
those people have no fun.
I know.
Well, you may have fun, adult fun, drinking and driving and whatnot, what? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, that was, that was a happy time in my life. It was my coming of age type thing. And that will always be a funny song.
Well, that's great. The coming of age stuff is, Life's a Dance. That was my coming of age stuff. The high school stuff. Like when I think of high school, Life's a Dance was general. All those years from 4th grade on. But the one song that reminds me of high school than any other song, believe it or not, is Walk of Life by Dire Straits.
That is a very good one.
It is, man. I wore that song out. I Mike Tyson to that song. Wore it out. I bit its ear off.
I was about to say that.
I had a bowl of Eerios, man. It was... What? You know that was a good joke. Nah.
Anyway. Yeah, that is a great song.
Just about any song they do is pretty good. Heavy Fuel, I like that one. Money for Nothing especially. Good MTV push right there.
Yeah, that was when the M in MTV stood for music, not moron.
That was pretty good.
I've been known to have a few epiphanies every now and then.
Oh, you had a Tiffany.
Yes.
All right.
Breakfast there.
Lucas Wayne Swanger, if you're watching, he is worse than I am. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, since you had a breakfast at Tiffany's, I'm going to tell you another song that really got me through high school.
What's that?
Surrender by Cheap Trick. Mommy's alright, Daddy's alright. It's terrible singing voice, but I'll make it.
The first time I heard that was on Guitar Hero.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a song from the 70s.
Yeah, I know.
You being a rock fiend did not hear that until Guitar Hero come out.
Right. I started out, with the 90s, and then I went backwards.
Well, you could do worse than 90s. I mean, there are worse decades of music to listen to. Thousands. Anyway.
Yes.
Early thousands are fine up to a certain point. 02.
That was when music died.
Country music died in the late 90s. Except for Garth Brooks.
And I don't know where he went.
Oh, he's still around. Him and Trisha Yearwood are an item now.
That's old news.
I know. Well, like I said, early thousands, late 90s. I don't know. I have some more here. My favorite band of all time is Akadaka. AC/DC, The Thunder from Down Under. Song that got me through, and it wasn't through the good times or the bad times. It was just because I loved Beavis and Butthead to America. Mm-hmm. It was Gone Shootin'. But oddly enough, my Uncle Ty introduced me to that song, the album Powerage, long before I saw that movie. And that is one of my favorite AC/DC albums, the Powerage album. My personal favorite album by them would either be Powerage or the High Voltage album, the very first one.
Yes.
Love that album.
I think one of my favorite albums of all times was What's the Story, Morning Glory by Oasis.
Really?
I know that does not seem like me, but I love that. My cousin, kind of, introduced me to that kind of music. But I thought it was great.
I only know one song by Oasis, and I can't think of the title. Hold on a moment. Let me pull it up here, because I think I have one. The only song that I know by them.
Wonderwall, Champagne Supernova.
No, that's not it. Let's see. I'm sorry, folks. I'm OCD about some things. I have to do this. Let's see. Artist. Oasis. Some might say.
Yes, it's a very, very Beatle-esque song.
Yeah, the first time I ever heard it was on Rock Band.
Really?
It's the first time I ever heard of Oasis.
See there, we have similar stories.
yeah, but Dragon Force. I will never forgive you for what you did to me.
That was Activision.
Oh my gosh. These hands. Trying to play that stupid song Through the Fire and Flames. Man. Freebird didn't give me that much trouble. On hard. Expert even. It's terrible. But we will have to continue this in a moment. We have a sponsor, ladies and gentlemen. Battle Swans. It's a brand new commercial. And we hope you all enjoy it. And now, I give you Battle Swans.
I'm bored. Wish there was something to do. Board game!
Yes, it's Battle Swans the board game. All the excitement of your favorite TV show, now in a game.
Cool!
Pick your character.
Wow, I got big lightning feather. I got Princess Matilda.
Spin the wheel.
Woo-hoo, I got it too.
Watch out for traps.
Ah, through the stern.
First one to the hangar wins.
I win.
Battle Swans the board game comes with everything you see here from Generic Brothers, a division of Generic Brothers.
Oh, hey!
Hey.
Hey, we're back!
Yeah.
Those are some nice words from our only sponsor,
Yes.
Battle Swans, a division of Genericorp. Have you heard about the new song that's all the rage of the teenage community?
No, what is that?
It's, you can lock me up in jail and throw away the key, but you can't keep my face from breaking out. Anyway, back to what we were talking about earlier, the musics.
Right. There was a song, it's by Stained. It got a lot of airplay back in the early 2000s. It's been a while.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah.
It's been a while
Yeah.
since I've heard it.
Yeah. No kidding. That was a really dark time in my life. I was battling with alcoholism and addiction, which I'm clean and sober now.
Sober at least.
I showered today. Anyway, but every time I heard that song, I would just pretty much just break down. It just the words. I was like, man, I'm a loser. Blah blah. I just get so so down. And hearing it now, it kind of lifts my spirit a little bit because seeing what I used to be as opposed to what I am now. I mean, I'm still not what I want to be, but I'm not in the same crap that I was.
Yeah.
So
you're a great guy.
I try.
You really are. Yeah.
But it's kind of like like a testimony of where I used to be. But back to the happier songs, which sounds kind of weird. The song "Nutshell" by Alice in Chains.
I don't think I know that one.
It's a very depressing song.
But it's a happy song for you.
It's a happy song for me.
That's you in a nutshell.
No, this is me in a nutshell. I went there.
How did you get into that nutshell, baby?
Well, the day that we brought my daughter home from the hospital, I was like, you know, I want to, give her a good start, in music. And I told my wife, I want the very first song that she hears to be something by Alice in Chains.
Nice.
So, I put in the Unplugged album by Alice in Chains.
Unplugged anything is good.
Yeah. But the very first song was Nutshell, and to this day, she, I still play it for her, and she still boogies down to it.
Does she? You think she really knows it?
I'm not for sure. I don't think so, but I still kind of feed it to her.
Hey, that's fine. I mean, it's amazing what kids can pick up on and then remember later on in life.
Mm-hmm.
I remember stuff when I was like 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just, it comes in there.
Little flashes.
Yeah. It's like, who are these people? It's,
I have those moments all the time too.
yeah, it's just those acid flashbacks kicking in.
No, it's like you go like, oh, hey, Travis, how you doing? Hi?
Who are you?
Yeah. It happened to me the other day. I was with my wife, and
Who are you?
there was some girl at a fast food restaurant. Hey, Travis, how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing well. How are you? And we drove off, and I was like, I have no idea who that person is.
She left out my fries!
Oh, but yeah. Anyway.
Well, hey, your daughter has a fine backbone of music to grow up with.
Yes.
Alice in Chains.
Yes. We give her a steady diet of different genres of music.
Reggae.
Some.
Irie,
ska,
Irie.
we go ska, metal, Bill Monroe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
The Pandora on my phone. You push shuffle on it, it goes from Bill Monroe to Cradle of Filth. It's
Cradle of Bill Monroe.
Yeah. The cradle will rock.
And roll.
Do you have anything else to add?
After that joke, yeah, actually, I have something to admit. When I was younger, there was one song that absolutely terrified me.
What was that?
Terrified. I mean, scared me to death. Like, I would love the first part of the song, and there's a section of it that would literally scare me to death. I'd like, no, turn it. But I would listen to it up to that point because I loved the song. Bicycle Song by Queen. When they would ding, 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 that would scare me absolutely to death. Yeah. I don't know if it was like some kind of autism type thing, but the loud noise kind of scared. Are you laughing at autism?
No, I'm laughing at you.
Okay. No, seriously. That loud noise used to scare me to death. And you're making fun of me. Eye of the Zombie did not bother me. By John Fogerty. Love that song. But Bicycle Song terrified me. Even our cameraman is laughing. Well, I will have to say that I can make up for it. Fat Bottom Girls is one of my favorite songs, period.
Yep.
Period.
They make the rockin' world go round.
That they do. Hey. But I will say this. My favorite Queen song is Somebody to Love.
Very good choice.
Yes. Very good. I seem to have surrendered while I have gone shooting for that Bicycle Song. But anyway, that was terrible. There is one more thing I have to admit. I used to go bowling a lot, midnight bowling during the high school years.
I went midnight bowling a lot, but I never did bowl.
You just went midnight?
Yeah.
Well,
Cool flashing lights and
if John Henderson is watching this video, John Henderson, I'm pointing at you. You are going to like this because I'm going to admit on the screen here. I would say on air because that's not live. The Thong Song. That song is a part of my life whether I want to admit it or not. I absolutely hate this song. It is a terrible song. Song. I hate it. Okay? There is not a word big enough to signify my hate for this stupid song.
loathe.
Even loathe doesn't comprehend. I wish it had never existed. But it is a part of my life. I used to go to the bowling alley, and the, shall we say, jiggly girls that would get up and dance like sluts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would.
They would play it all the time.
They played it, and they would play a lot of Shaggy. Don't get me wrong, I like Shaggy. Some of the songs that he does. Hope.
Mr.
I like
Lava
Hope.
Lava. Is that a song about a volcano? Vesuvius? I don't know.
Vasectomy? Anyway, no, Hope. I like Hope. And I do like Angel. It was only because it was dug into our souls from the bowling alley. They would play them over and over. They used to play the Thong Song, and those women would come down there. I guess they knew I was shy, so they would come down there, and they would drag me up there and booty dance all around me. My face would be a tomato. It was terrible. I mean, looking back on...
rushed his blood to the head, huh?
I'm percolating. Seriously, I was so embarrassed. If you could have died from embarrassment, I believe I would have.
And you were complaining because you had women.
No, I was complaining then. I'm not complaining now. Looking back on it, I was an idiot. Why didn't I take a chance or, make a move or something? And I ended up dating one of them, and that was a mistake. Because I didn't really have a choice. She scared me. But anyway...
She had a gun to your head?
Kinda. It was like, you will date me. I'm like, yes, ma'am. So I took her out and never called her again.
We all had those.
But anyway, yeah, like I said, the scariest song I've ever heard is Bicycle Song. It scared me. There's nothing you can say.
I have nothing to say.
No.
For once, I am
Let's Google this. Oh, happiest song ever made. Bicycle Song right here. Oh, there's fine print. Scared Lee to death. I'm weird. Well, do you have anything else to add? Since I'm
although I
totally
do have one song that scares me.
like seriously,
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
Ramblin' Man by the Allman Brothers. That song scares me.
Why?
It was a bad experience.
Oh,
Yeah.
private.
No,
Man, no, you don't have to.
It was drug related, and it was a horrible memory.
Yeah, that's a good song though. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't born a rambling man, but I'm sure somebody was.
Yeah.
Bicycle Song. God. And Born to Boogie. Born to Boogie was my anthem as a kid. I didn't really boogie, but I listened to Hank Jr. a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to have a shirt that had the California Raisins on it. And they all had little cowboy boots and cowboy hats. And it said, all my rowdy raisins are coming over tonight.
I love it.
Yes, I still wish I had that shirt. It would have been awesome.
Yeah.
It would have been retro now. A throwback.
Yeah, if you could just wear it. You can wear it as a bib. You are a messy eater.
What? I wouldn't even fit around my neck now.
No hope for you.
Yeah, can't even choke me. Use my knees and my hands.
If you can only see what's going on under the table.
I was straightening my vest. Speaking of choking, have you seen that crazy lady that's had us locked up?
I think I hear her.